Hello, everybody. Welcome to another improv college show. This is Happy for You, one of our dramatic narrative improv teams. Who's speaking? Why, it's none other than me, your host, Vinny Francois. Thank you so much for being here today. We've got a lovely show for you. A nice tale, personal tale. It's going to be dramatic. It's going to be personal. We'll sing, we'll dance, put a little seltzer down your pants. No, that's a comedy show. We've got a story for you. By Happy for You. But what we do need for you, because it's improvised, it's totally made up, totally created right here before your very eyes on our YouTube channel. What we need from you is some inspiration. And so what I'm going to ask for you to put in our YouTube chat is, where's somewhere you might go outside of the house? Where's somewhere you might go to have a conversation, to catch up with somebody? Maybe you might go to a cafe, but where else might you go to have a conversation, to catch up with someone you haven't seen in a long time? So if you could pop that in the chat, give me 2, 3, 4, as many as you can muster. I'd love to hear from you. As you're doing that, let's say hello to the members of Happy for You. I'll bring them out one at a time to say hello. Let's say hi to Karen.
Hi.
Hey. Let's say hi to Dawn. Hello. Let's say hi to Nisha.
Hey,
Hey.
from Malaysia.
Hey, from Malaysia. I love it. All right, let's see. What do we have? Oh, we've got some good ones. A bookshop, a playground, the lake, the shore of a lake, a pub, a town square. These are really good. I'm going to take a bookshop. That's a really fun place to catch up with someone. Talk about books too. All right. Well, without any further ado, this is Happy for You.
That's a good one.
Not today. Not today. I don't have time. I don't have time to read that big of a book today, Joanne.
Linda, you always say that. Some things never change.
I know, Joanne, I don't know how you can get through, what, do you read 3, 5 books a week? It seems like it.
Well, truth be told, since the last time we met, that number has dwindled a little, but I still manage to carve out at least one book a week.
I find I can't focus. I try to read, and I try to set limits, or parameters. I'm going to read 5 pages a day, and I know that seems like nothing, but still, I struggle. I miss days,
And you start thinking about all the things that you need to be doing at home, all things you need to be doing at work, all the things that everybody around you needs you to be doing.
Yeah, exactly, Joanne. Exactly. You hit it on the head.
Truth be told, if I were to tell you my secret,
Yeah.
I have the exact same problem.
Oh.
Except once a week, I tell them all to shh. Well, not aloud. In my head, I tell them to shh. And I'm like, this will give me the sanity to face them all week after week.
Joanne, a retreat of sorts. I mean, that sounds like a lovely idea.
Yeah, because it's not like I can get a whole day off. But a few hours here and there, that I can pull.
Right. I see. Yeah, Joanne, I see what you're talking about. A few hours here and there. That must be nice.
I need it. I need it, Linda. Because if I don't have it, I will tear everybody apart.
Look, Joanne, I've seen you when you haven't had enough time on your own. I remember university days, right? Whew, you were you were focused and you were
Intense.
intense.
Oh, hi, Linda. Yeah, no, I'm just reading a book here. I I get tired of reading the same old books. I got to tell you, these books are just the same plot over and over again. It's always the same plot. You ever notice that?
Well, John, I don't know. I haven't really been able to stick to reading for I don't know, it feels like years. I haven't
I
finished a
s-
book, you know?
certainly understand why, because they're all boring. I must have read 1,000 books this year, and every single one of them is basically the same plot. It really
Serious.
is. It all boils down to the same plot.
Like what, John?
You, let me just say that you're not missing anything by not being able to read to the end of the book, because the end of the book basically is the same thing. They all fall in love. There's something that happens, and they all come back together. It's just not life.
Right, John, I get you. It's not life, is it? Maybe that's why it's been so hard for me to read. It's like none of the books really speak to me anymore.
I get the feeling like if you want to read a good book, you write your own.
I mean, John,
Oh,
the stories we could tell, right?
yeah, stuff from our life is probably even more interesting, if you will. And it's not that, like, who knows what's going on? Oh, we absolutely know everything that's going on. You should write a book.
Well, I know, John, I just realized, like, I met with another friend and then another friend, and it seems like, even friends who I thought were completely together and could concentrate on reading and life and really had it all together, I, I think that they could actually relate to the things I'm going through more so than I ever thought. I mean,
That's why I'm saying you can't read through a book because there's no book that's going to be better than the book that you would write.
I mean, that's it. Ideas are coming up all the time. And really, if I just write from the heart, it's true. I want to write a book. I need to tell my story. I think people will relate to it. I think people could even be helped by it to know they're not alone, John.
Here's the question. Would you be able to read through your own book to the end? Of
Jeez, yeah.
course you could.
I think I would be very interesting and very interested in reading that and also just like feel helped and seen, right, John? Seen. People could
See,
feel seen and know that they're not alone, and I would feel seen as well by telling my
I think so.
yeah.
It's a hell of a lot. What is look at this. I'm reading a science fiction book. It's talking about all this crazy stuff. It's basically the same thing. It's an alien meets another alien, something happens, and then they fall in love. Well, they don't call it love back, in the future. But it's the same crap. I can't wait to read the book that you write.
John, thank you. I will. You'll get the first draft or the first chapter. I just have to start writing it. Oh, so
I want an
exciting!
autograph. I want an autograph.
Yes.
Hey, Linda.
Yeah.
You know, I heard a little birdie tell me that you are also thinking of getting into the writing game.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I am thinking of getting into the writing game. I just, I think there's enough writing and to go around, right?
Sure. I mean, if you're into that sort of thing, the amateur space can be a little bit feisty for you. I mean, I know you, Linda. You have a very soft soul. So I just thought I should warn you. It gets very difficult and very, very abrasive. Linda, I'd hate for you to put something out there that's so vulnerable and just get torn apart. I mean, it's not very safe for space.
So, I mean, you know, you know the business, right? You've been writing for a while.
Yes, I have.
Hmm. Nancy, it's I mean, I trust you. I trust that you know what it's like out there, Nancy. I didn't. Yeah.
I don't know how to tell you this. I think that you're better off just sticking to what you already excel at. I think it's better for you to distance yourself and create a fictional world, something that's not so vulnerable.
Oh, I mean,
I
Nancy.
mean,
Yeah.
for now, I mean, just take it easy. Just go in there, because I mean, no one wants to hear you, whine and talk about these things and like self glorify. Mm, I mean, it can just sound a little off.
Oh, I mean, a book. Nobody's really written like this before. I guess you're right. Maybe there's a reason for that. I don't know, Nancy. Maybe, yeah. I mean, maybe I should, try something else first. But it feels.
Sometimes, I mean, people tell you to just follow your heart, but you gotta use your brain. And you just gotta listen to those who have gone ahead of you.
I mean, you've paved the way, Nancy. You write. You've gotten quite a few short story books published. It's great, and I think, aren't you now? You're writing a novel, right?
Yes. Yes. Now I'm finally at the stage where personal works are starting to seep in.
Yeah, I thought I could just kind of jump right into the thing that really touches me the most, and I don't know. I thought, I guess, Nancy, you're right. Maybe I'm just jumping in too soon, and I need more practice or something first.
Yeah. Yeah. You can always feel free to send some manuscripts over. I'll look it over for you.
That would be really nice, Nancy. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks, Linda. Thanks for writing my story, jumping right into the middle of it. I have such a unique story, and I've tried to tell it to people before, but they keep saying I should start in the beginning. That's where writers want to start at the beginning with me, but I feel like it wasn't until I really got good at surfing that my story really started.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, no, I see that, Jet. Like, that's what I saw. When you tried to tell me verbally the start of your story, and you just seemed so bored by it all that, yeah, we started in the middle, and
It was great.
I mean, they published it, right, in the literary mag.
Yeah, Reader's Digest picked it up, and then it got picked up in the New Hampshire Literature magazine, and then New York Institute of Book Technology picked it up. It's really on the way.
Well, it is. Well, and I've got it in at California Dudes. Hopefully they'll get it too.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much. I really held back. I had all these reasons that I felt like I shouldn't tell my story about how, wearing shoes while surfing. I mean, it seems so weird and specific, but I don't know. I mean, now that I've had this experience, I mean, I'm going to tell everybody, like, if you have a story, you should tell it, because your story is your own, I mean, I'm sure I don't have to tell you. I'm sure you've already written your story, but
Well, I mean, Jet, that's so funny you say that. I thought I was going to write my story. I thought maybe it would be a way, but I just, yeah, maybe it was too much. I don't know. Maybe people can't relate.
these are all the same things that I thought. That's this talking. You have to let this talk. This is going to tell you the story of your story. You just have to open it up a little bit. I mean, not literally.
No, 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 no. Oh, Jet, this
I
is
love hearing your story. Will you tell me your story again verbally? Because I love the beginning, the middle, and the end of it.
Oh, Jen, I totally will. I totally will. Or maybe you can read the first few chapters. But
I
yeah, like
love that.
yes, I will send you. I mean, I'm already sending. I will send you. I'll put you on my list. I'm gonna have a list. So I'm serious about it, right, Jen? I'll put you down. Yes, yes. I would love it if you could give me feedback once I have chapters inside of me, and I just have to get them out through my fingertips. And when they're ready, I will send you a copy. And I
That would
will,
be amazing. I don't know anything about writing or reading. I mean, I can write and read, but I'm not like, that's not really my thing. But I mean, I know how things are supposed to sort of hit a certain crest. And I could certainly speak to that to make sure the story, builds up the excitement, and we are left with this moment of, yeah.
yeah. Oh, just anything you can give, any feedback. It'll just feel really nice to be heard, to be seen.
To be seen.
Joanne, listen, I got a friend of mine. Um, her name is Linda, and I know that she sent you a manuscript to read, and I'm really concerned that she's not going to be able to publish it because it's very controversial.
You know what? I really don't think you have to worry about her. I mean, she's got a gift. I don't care what Nancy says. Oh, I feel like Nancy's been after her for a very, very long time. But we know our Linda.
The have you listened, have you read the manuscript that she sent you? Because I would say that 50 to 60% of it certainly can't be in a movie. It certainly is not going to. Is it? It sounds like it's a children's. It sounds like it's a children's book, but it's a children's book that children wouldn't be allowed to read. It's just I don't know what she's doing with it, and I care for her very much. I don't want her to get hurt.
I think that she is speaking the inner child of every adult. The child in us that has the tantrums, that throws up all these different excuses. And I think people can relate to that. And I think you're right. It just need to market it to people that way. When your inner child is acting up, look to Linda to find the way.
So you think it's just a marketing thing, huh?
I think it's about how you spin that tail and how you make them expect things. You set them up for the right buyer, for the right reader, for the right person to pick up the pages and just indulge in it. If you just simply throw it across to any person and every person without the proper packaging, then yeah, it's going to be bad. I mean, any good food, if you just rip it up and smush it together, it's going to look awful. No one's going to want to eat it. It's all about presentation.
That's why your books are so incredibly fascinating. Just talking to you is fascinating. It just grabs the reader. But your stuff can be read by just about any demographic. I don't I don't think that she should be publishing that work.
Yeah, I know your concerns, but I want to tell you something that's really exciting. I've been approached by a producer that already wants to get a scriptwriter to convert her book into a screenplay.
Really?
Yes,
And you
Alinda
think
is
she's going
that.
to be successful if she does that?
Yes, I think that she is going to be so excited. She's going to be thrilled, absolutely thrilled.
Just mark my words, okay? If she ends up being disappointed by these answers, she's going to be really, really upset. And I don't want that for her. She shouldn't write this book, and she certainly shouldn't publish it.
All right, I read through it. It looks really good. I don't have a whole lot of like notes. It feels like it crests in a couple of really great spots, and then we move on and we get some more information about what happened in your life. I mean, I'm not really qualified for this, but I mean, it seems decent. It just I can't I couldn't finish it. My cousin is coming in from out of town. He's a movie producer, so I'm hosting him. So I have to get the house ready and stuff. So I couldn't finish reading it. But from what I read, it seemed pretty good.
So, people have told me that it might make a good movie, and some people have told me it's unreadable. I am confused, honestly.
I mean, I think both of those things make it exciting. I would hate to I wouldn't want to infringe on my cousin. He's very decisive. When he shows up, he's very like, I know what I want when I hear or see it. And he doesn't like to be, he doesn't want somebody to say like, hey, what would make a good play,
Like, I mean, Jet, just, I don't know. I just wonder if there's any way you could just like leave it, like leave my manuscript somewhere strategic.
Like I could leave it like on the kitchen table so that when he wakes up, he sees it and he decides to read it.
I mean, it would be up to him. You said he's decisive. He could decide yes or no to read it.
I mean, I guess I could try that. Yeah, I never really thought about that before. I could try that.
Yeah, or like, I would be super happy to print you multiple copies, and you could have one in the toilet. You could have one on the kitchen table. You could have one beside the easy chair.
Wow, you're way better at this than me. To me, that feels like that would be like over sharing it, like putting it in a bunch of different places. But I guess you're probably right. If he saw that everywhere, he would think, "Wow, my cousin's a surfer. What is he doing? This must really be a great story."
Oh, right. I want him to. I want him, but you said he's a decider, though, right? Like he's not.
Yeah.
He's not going to be like, "Oh, it's everywhere. It must be great." He's going to be like,
"No way."
Right?
I can guarantee you, he won't think that. He's a lot like me in that regard. In fact, we kind of look alike.
Do
Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
when he's in town, maybe we can grab dinner or something, you know?
oh my gosh, that would be awesome. I'd love that, Jet. Yes. Well, if he
Yeah.
wants to meet me.
Oh, you can Plane would love to meet you. Yeah.
Plane, yeah, that's great. Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I would love to meet Plane, and I just, whether he reads my manuscript or not, but I would just think that, yeah, if you would just leave it in some strategic places, and then he can decide. Up to him. Up to him.
If you print me 10 copies, I can put them all around the apartment, in the toilet, in the kitchen. I could put one like in the cabinet. Trying to think of like where would be. Oh, one right on the floor in front of the bearskin rug.
In your
Someplace
glove box of your car.
glove box. See, you're way better at this than me. I would think that's too much, but it sounds spot on when you say it.
In the trunk of your car when you go pick him up at the airport.
Yeah, let's put your bags in here. Oh, what's this?
Yeah, I
Totally
think.
sounds like an accident. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Jet. I think that would be amazing.
Thank you, Linda. You make it sound so easy.
Uh,
You know, I've done something. I know that you've been supporting Linda all this while, but too bad. I am going to bring her down right this second if my name isn't Nancy Norris.
All I can do is appeal to your humanity. Okay? Linda will be broken. You don't lose anything by not competing with her. You're not in the same category as her. She's a very, very different soul than you, and you don't need to compete with her. You have all
I'm
the
tired of all these cartoons in my life telling me what to do and just
Hey.
being here.
Hey, you two, you got to let me go. Okay, my cousin's expecting to pick me up from the airport.
No, everybody stays put. You're locked here. You're locked here. I am
let
going
him
to
go.
get.
Just let him let him go. Just let him go. Just let her go. Listen, there's no reason why. Listen, you know what? Stop threatening me. Okay? You don't need us. You have your own. You have your own. You have your millions. You have your popular books. What do you even need to do this to all of us?
You wait and see. Linda.
Yeah.
Linda is the reason for all of this. And that is all the world is going to hear and see.
All right, I'll do whatever you tell me to do.
I feel bad for you. I know you didn't want to kidnap me. Not you, Nancy. I'm talking to your friend.
Yeah,
That's
I don't. I don't.
And there she is, Linda.
Nancy? What are you doing? Like, Nancy, look, you first you told me that I should start slowly and writing fiction. And then you like get things all confused with movies and things, but now you kidnapped the movie producer?
They needed to learn a lesson. You needed to learn a lesson. You think you know everything? Linda, this is what the real world is. You and your naivety. You think that you can just come into this world and just write as and when you feel like it. You just express yourself and that's it.
This is the real world, Linda. You want to write? You need to write from here, from that space of pain, for that space of reality. Linda, you know nothing. Your world's too soft.
Nancy, your world is too hard. You have
And
made.
that's what it takes to become a writer. You said you wanted it to be personal. You brought this upon yourself.
No, Nancy, I do not take this on. This is all on you and your jealousy. You.
Oh, my jealousy. But that's the real world, isn't it, Linda? People get jealous in the real world. People
No.
do things into their own hands. People go too far. That is the real world, Linda. Wake up.
Nancy, it doesn't have to be the real world. We can be nice and kind to each other, and world still presents challenges. We don't have to fabricate them between each other.
This is not fabricated. Which part of this looks fabricated? They are really kidnapped.
You did it!
And I did it really, not in a fabricated manner.
But your jealousy, it's misplaced. We write differently. We can both exist in this world. We can both write, Nancy.
You will never understand what it's like to write from a place that hurts, from a place that's real. Maybe now you're beginning to understand, Linda.
Oh my God, Linda, that was the most amazing book I have ever read.
I'm free.
It was so real. I mean, I can hear it in my ears. I can't. This is the most real book that I have ever read.
This is the most real book that I have ever read. I don't normally do this because I'm very decisive, but I'm gonna pull some strings and I'm gonna get this movie made.
I'll support it. I'll put. This is a winner. You know what? Linda is a winner.
Didn't come from here. Came from right here.
Came from right
Let me
there.
make some calls.
I wrote from my heart. And thank you, Plain.
Hey, that's our show. All right, great. Happy for you. Come on out. Take a bow. Did it. The writing industry is tough, everybody. It's a tough one. All right. Oh, we got Rick joining us midstream. So we got Karen, we got Rick, we got Nisha, we got Don. That's happy for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, like our video, subscribe to our channel. A great way to support what we do here at Improv College. And if you want to see more, check out improvcollege.ca for our blog, our drop-ins, classes. We got it all. Or follow us on social media if you want to see what's going on there. That's it for us. We have still a couple more shows this week with the Improv College teams. And if you want to check us out, we'll be right here 2 more weeks' time. Happy for You takes the stage again. That's it for us. On behalf of Happy for You, I'm Vinny Francois. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you next time.